Manny Pacquiao would be right in front of me. He would, after hitting me 15 times, and then I would be ready to hit him, and he would be wide open, and I couldn't pull the trigger.
Mate, YouTube, Hussein versus Pacquiao.
Pacquiao for sure. You know, that was a fight that I was chasing for years, since I was 140 pounds.
Punches me, maybe.
Oscar De La Hoya fought the biggest names in boxing, but his loss to Manny Pacquiao remains the most troubling. Not because he was outclassed, but because he reportedly wanted to quit during the fight. What was once dismissed as an aging fighter losing to a younger opponent has now been revealed by Oscar himself to be something far darker and more complex.
Told him, hey, you should fight Pacquiao. Oscar laughed. He's too little. He's too little, that guy. There is a difference of almost 20 pounds. People want to see that fight. People are excited. He's the guy that's coming up. He's fast, Oscar, but eventually your size is going to break him down. Something was not right. I could see it in his eyes. He's not even throwing punches. What is he doing?
Pacquiao snakes his left hand through De La Hoya's guard.
I was like, fuck. He had no legs. He had no pop. He had no punch.
Pacquiao is making De La Hoya look old, slow, ineffectual. De La Hoya has zero answers.
I was scared.
Despite every physical advantage favoring Oscar De La Hoya on paper, the 2008 fight proved those stats meaningless. What looked like an easy win for Oscar against the much smaller Manny Pacquiao quickly turned into a brutal, one-sided beating that nobody saw coming.
Kind of like deflated the balloon. I felt like, wow, like, here I am on top of the world, beating Pernell Whitaker, beating Julio Cesar Chavez, beating Hector Macho Camacho, beating Sugar Shane Mosley, beating all these fighters, okay? Having amazing fights in their prime and creating some amazing events. And then my last fight, I'm like a shell of myself. And Manny Pacquiao beats me, and he's the next champion. It felt a little, I felt humiliated.
Did you know what was slowing down? Joe Louis told me once that he saw the opening.
Oh, yes.
Just didn't get there.
Exactly. Manny Pacquiao would be right in front of me. He would, after hitting me 15 times, and then I would be ready to hit him, and he would be wide open, and I couldn't pull the trigger. I just couldn't pull the trigger.
De La Hoya was already in bad shape before the fight, drained by a weight cut that took him from 160 down to 145 pounds, even lighter than Pacquiao, but the physical damage was only the start of his problems.
What was going on?
Pacquiao was a relentless machine, throwing punches from angles Oscar never saw coming. By round 7, battered and half blind, De La Hoya wasn't just waiting for the referee to step in. He was silently wishing for something far more final.
Like, how are you dealing with being Manny Pacquiao? You're a global star. You are a national hero.
That's the time that I became #1 pound per pound in the world. Yeah.
How are you dealing with it as a personally? Like being that big, how are you dealing with that at that time?
I never, like, the fans, the world, all commerce, like everything like that. I mean, recognition everywhere like that, even in the Philippines, because most of the people in the Philippines don't believe that I'm gonna win the fight, because even in our Congress, some congressman filed a resolution to stop the fight because it might get hurt me.
It's not just Oscar who holds Pacquiao in the highest regard. Even today's top fighters like Crawford and Stevenson look at Manny's peak with awe, with Crawford admitting he wished he could have faced him, calling his rhythm unreadable and his volume terrifying.
There was one fighter that
You wanted to fight, but you weren't able to.
Pacquiao for sure. 1000%.
That little Filipino kid.
For sure. And I try to fight Pacquiao.
George's bestie. George's bestie.
Yeah.
Full respect. But Skinny Hussein knocked him out for 20 seconds, mate. YouTube, Hussein versus Pacquiao.
Pacquiao for sure. You know, that was a fight that I was chasing for years, since I was 140 pounds. You know, and to see him, you know, fight Broner, Tim Bradley, you know, Keith Thurman and all those.
Chris Algieri.
Fight, yeah. Man, I was
Not disrespect to Chris.
I was like, man, like, what is going on? Like, these guys is not, you know, like, I'm here and he's fighting these guys. I just couldn't understand it, you know. So if there was a guy that, you know, it'll be him. And Danny Garcia. That's my boy.
He fought him as amateur, yeah?
Yeah,
Swift.
We split.
Let's talk.
We split 1-1. I think me and Danny would have made for a great fight, you know, being that we knew.
Even at 47, Pacquiao continues to defy time. In July 2025, he stepped back into the ring against WBC champion Mario Barrios and battled to a majority draw, showing he can still compete at the highest level. And when asked to choose between a prime Floyd Mayweather and a prime Terrence Crawford, Manny didn't hesitate. He picked Crawford as the better fighter. Two legends, mutual respect.
How about this one? Floyd Mayweather against Terrence Crawford.
Floyd Mayweather against Crawford, I think Terrence Crawford.
Why? Why?
In both primes.
Both the prime. You think Crawford is? Why do you like Crawford?
He has advantage. He is a southpaw.
Sounds right. By the way, a switch hitter.
I agree. I think Bubby likes
Manny keeps it simple.
I think Bubby gets that one for sure.
That's a really good point.
I saw Crawford as a southpaw. He mastered it. Like he know how to handle his advantage. He need to maximize his advantage against
And then how about Floyd against whoever that's supposed to be?
Scary good longevity is exactly why the boxing world is currently in a frenzy over the September 19th, 2026 rematch between Manny and Floyd Mayweather at the Sphere.
I'd love to fight Pacquiao again because he kicked my ass. So. But yeah, there were many fighters out there who I would have loved to fight 2 or 3 times.
You don't. So you had enough of Pacquiao, is what you're saying?
Oh, trust me. Right when I walked into the ring, I had enough of Pacquiao.
You thought that when you got in the ring?
Oh, well, Rich, this documentary, my gosh, it's sad too at the end because it shows the whole Pacquiao situation. I was getting beat up in training camp when preparing for Pacquiao. So I knew that was the end already for me because Pacquiao was just coming up.
Yeah.
Pacquiao running the mountains every day with 50 people around him. He wants to be the first one. So he's killing himself. He's working his legs. He is a warrior. But at 48, his body can't take that much.
Age is just a number.
And I'll bet you Mayweather, people think, oh, Mayweather's out of shape. He's not training behind the curtains. That doing workouts. That is not. That's just to be in shape. And
Floyd Mayweather is reportedly trying to turn his announced professional bout against Pacquiao into an exhibition to protect his 50-0 record. Oscar De La Hoya called him out, saying Floyd's hesitation proves he knows Manny is still dangerous.
Yo, what's up, guys? I wasn't gonna do a clapback, but all the news on Mayweather, Pacquiao, potentially falling apart. I mean, I have to say this, Mayweather. Come on, dude. Fight a real fight. You're still trying to protect your O. Yes, you're 50-0 on paper, but people know you've lost. Shit, your own father said you lost against me back when we fought. And what's crazy is that people don't know that we had a rematch clause for 1 year. And what do? Your pussy ass retires for 1 year and 1 day. Bro, ever since I got beat up by Manny Pacquiao in my last fight, I've wanted to fight every single day, but I couldn't because I wasn't right. Physically, emotionally, I just wasn't right. All that depression, all that shit that I had within my spirit. But now these last 5 years, I've put in the work, man. Woo! I did a lot of work and I feel happy. I feel at peace. And you know what? A man at peace is a dangerous fucking man. I can fucking take on King Kong if I want and beat his ass. Shit, I'll even fight Jake Paul.
The situation is rapidly coming to a head. Pacquiao's camp has gone on record confirming they hold the signed contracts and have already received financial advances for a professional fight. They've made it crystal clear, if Floyd continues to push for exhibition status, he'll be facing a massive breach of contract lawsuit.
I think he's scared of losing. I mean, he's scared of losing because that's his, his leverage for, to go around and have exhibition because of his undefeated record. But if that record will ruin, then what else that he can leverage for to go around and have a exhibition match.
It seems Floyd is realizing what Oscar learned in 2008. Manny Pacquiao isn't a man you can just play with. If the fight stays professional, Floyd risks losing the one thing he values most, his undefeated legacy, to a man who refuses to grow old.
In that fight?
Never. Just emotionally.
Explain that to me.
Yeah, I was
You're
never...
getting knocked around,
yeah.
or you're knocking someone around. Is there no pain?
I've never felt pain inside the ring. I've been in some very, very tough, grueling, difficult fights. The only pain I've felt was after the fight. I remember I would actually have steaks ready, frozen steaks ready in my room to press them against my face and against my body. It might have been the old Rocky movies that I used to see, but I never felt pain in the ring. It was only emotional pain that I felt when I fought Manny Pacquiao.
The 2008 fight was a psychological collapse that proved Pacquiao was on a terrifying level of his own. Now, with September 2026 approaching, the question is whether Floyd has the courage to face what once broke Oscar. The whole world will be watching to see if Pac-Man has one last upset in him. If you enjoyed this, subscribe to the Boxing channel and stay tuned for more updates.